G'day everybody, it's Max, and welcome to GamrNewz for September of 2021. That's right, and we have all kinds to talk about for the upcoming fall season as summertime is beginning to wind down. Now, summer doesn't officially end until September 21st, and we still have plenty of stuff to go just yet, including the long weekend blitz of summertime wrap-up fun and some stuff coming on. And, of course, we want to talk about all that, everything that kind of happened through August, because it kind of went off the rails on me. And unfortunately, that's a thing that happens sometimes in life. Sometimes, you're traveling along at a certain speed, and then everything kind of goes sideways. But that's okay. We're going to talk about that and more coming up. Now, what do we have for this month's background? First of all, you are looking at Icarus, the first Beta Weekend 1 footage. And of course, there's me coming up to my log cabin and my dropship with even a little film in the corner there showing me hunting a wolf as I was talking about through this particular tutorial on how it is of you needing oxygen, food, and water. And of course, that's really important. Another coming up here shortly will be CryoFall. That's right. You can't have fall coming in without a fall in the title. And sure enough, for the September-October timeframes, CryoFall will be on the channel, and it will be I believe 16 to 18 show series about playing CryoFall, everything from humble beginnings to building a base to finally getting a mech and taking on some of the really big creatures. And as you can see there's CryoFall on the screen there now in one of the later stages and all that stuff. Of course, to wrap up the summertime events, we have our final some summertime games coming in, of course, which of course is going to be Soda Pop and all that wonderful stuff, and a little bit of Dyson Sphere footage, just because Dyson Sphere, of course, is totally awesome. Let's get to the news. Now, in this case, the first thing we need to talk about is my health and how August was heavily impacted by that. I have what is called Dysmotility, and it is not pretty by any means. What this means is that basically instead of you eating and everything running downwards and exiting, when you eat, it goes down for a while, but then decides it's all going to turn around and go in the opposite direction. Basically, your digestive system is miswired, and what happens is all the muscles run in the wrong direction and then start trying to push all the waste and digested food back through your stomach. This, of course, has been a bit of a disaster for me, and has made much of August quite an experience. Obviously, it put some recording. Well, it put a lot of recording off track altogether, and that is unfortunate. I had a lot of the series that we'd done. So, like, for example, Prison Architect. Like a lot of series I do, I pre-record the series in a large chunk. And so Prison Architect was basically done back in June, so it was okay. It wasn't going to be hurt any. The Summertime video series, of course, and all the mini games that I've played that have shown up through the summer, they were all also done in June. And, of course, there was no problem to display many of those. But, of course, the two games that did suffer from this are, of course, Minecraft and Satisfactory. Those two games, of course, are not recorded in large amounts ahead of time. And unfortunately, due to the severe sickness of everything that happened, they, of course, had to be set aside. I'm afraid I couldn't. I mean, there was times where I couldn't even sit up in a chair, for some days. So it is unfortunate. I am working on trying to get around getting those series back up and started. I would like to as soon as I can, but I am still having to take care of a lot of these problems. They are not fixed right away. There is no easy fix for them, and unfortunately, there is quite the amount of work to be done yet. So I am going to try to work on that in some sort of regard. I just don't have a concrete plan, and I would please ask for a little patience until I can come up with one. Now, of course, what we got coming up in September, of course, especially for the long weekend, is the wrap-up of Prison Architect and the summertime event. So, of course, as mentioned, Prison Architect had been recorded in advance, and, of course, it will be wrapping up here shortly, giving us all the wonderful features and the things around all the prison. Of course, it's now running 350, I believe, by this video is coming out. It's running 350 prisoners, and sometime maybe around Christmas, we bring the prison back one more time to possibly do like maybe a double or triple build of that prison to push it like way over 1,000 and just see if it doesn't blow up or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it will be wrapping up here over the long weekend period and into the first week of September, which means in the second week of September, of course, we'll be starting a new series. It is the same with the some summertime stuff. Of course, Soda Pop Story is going to come in. It is a 6-episode event of its own because it got to be a little longer. That was quite the demo. So, of course, we'll be having a look at that. As a mini series of its own, kind of over the week and a half of the long weekend here for Labor Day here in North America, for the U.S. and Canada areas. And of course, I hope everybody gets to enjoy those and have a great time. Now, after that, of course, CryoFall comes into play as we will be entering into the fall season. The fall schedules will start, and CryoFall is one of the 2 main series that we will be having to coming out on that. The other series is the Icarus Beta Weekends, of course, which of course we want to touch on. And though the game has been delayed until November, which actually kind of has worked out well for me from a health perspective, I will be doing everything in my power to be playing each and every one of those beta weekends, providing tips and tutorials, and doing as much as I can to be playing that game whenever I can. Now, I have been informed that I do need to free up some time on a free schedule of health aspect. So I don't know if I'll be continuing to try and post videos every single day. It may have to cut back to either 4 or 5 a week. And I do want to do some tutorial videos as well. So September will probably be focused on trying to get a little bit of Satisfactory out, getting a little bit of Minecraft out, continuing on wrapping up the Far End series of Prison Architect, and of course the some Summertime series, and then of course getting CryoFall started, because I mean that was a great game and I enjoyed playing that game a lot, and at the same time getting a few tutorials done, and of course we want to be able to have everybody enjoy the beginnings of the fall season. Now, of course, here in Canuckland, where I am from, fall is our last shot at decent weather before the snows arrive back and cause us a lot of headache. And I know a lot of the northeast of the U.S. and stuff, especially along, the 49th parallel that we share with the U.S. We will all have snow. We will all have to deal with it. I've been Chicago in the wintertime. It's cold there. And wintertime is wintertime, right? And it is what it is. And at the same time, I am having to fight a bit of this health condition. So I am going to keep working on stuff. Of course, nothing's going anywhere right now. I am going to be paring back, like I said, my release schedule a little bit to try and reduce the number of games I'm playing, and at the same time try to focus on repairing my health so as I can get back to tip-top shape. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate the way things are, but we still have plenty of recorded games, plenty of recorded stuff. Again, I had recorded multiple games in advance for going back to work and all this other stuff. And of course, none of this has changed. We still have plenty of these recordings that we can be putting out throughout the week. So there'll be still plenty of videos for everybody to get to watch, hang out, and as I have days where I feel relatively well, I would like to be putting out some tutorial stuff on some of these games because I've learned, several tips and tricks on these games, and we're going to bring those along. Of course, I always appreciate all the thumbs up. I always appreciate comments. Please be sure to do so. It's the only way we get feedback here in new YouTube land. And of course, every comment, every thumbs up is always in support as we try to get through into the fall season and to make sure that you're getting to watch what it is that entertains you. Because, hey, we want to make sure that you're getting information and all the wonderful things. I'm Max. This has been Gamer News for September 2021. You betcha. And I am going to see you on the next one. Take care.